Oh yeah, pipe smokers! Happy Wednesday! Yeah, it's the 4th of September already, flying right through this year. Yeah, so this is the Paul Gilson YouTube channel, and I am Paul Gilson, aka Paul the Pipe Guy. So I want to talk about a little bit about the pre-orders for the large Canadian uh, Gilson pipes. Okay, and I want to show you a couple things, but I want to read off those people that did the $70 pre-order on these beautiful Gilson pipes. I mean, they are gorgeous. I've been smoking the shit out of this one. All right, so I want to read down through the list. I'm not going to mention anyone's last name. And one guy, I told him, yeah, you got one, but I wrote his number down. So for the pre-order people, all right, we have Mr. Jim M., whom actually we're texting back and forth right now. And then number 2, we have Jeffy 1466 that wants the billiard. We have AKJ Piperman, and then I have a gentleman. I'm not going to mention the first 3. I'm not going to mention the area code, but he's from 249-5282, 249-5282. Paul G, Searchlight Piper, he wants 2. And then we have Ken B. We have Mr. Milburn. And then Ken B texted me, wants a second one. And then we have Drew, who wants a billiard. Those are all $70. So actually, I really do have 2 slots left for the $70 on the Canadian pipe. All right. Yeah. So I want to show you just a little bit about them. And I'll tell you what, I don't want any money yet. When your pipe is done, I want you to write this down, okay? Here's my contact info. It's Paul Gilson, Gilson. I'm at 82 Ladue, Ladue Road. And that's Brockport, New York, 14420. And my contact phone number is 585-352-3660. So yeah, write this down. And no, I'm not afraid to put my address there. I'm running a little business out of here, okay? And first of all, I've got a good alarm system here. I have cameras. I sleep with a .45 caliber under my pillow, okay? Someone's always home, either on this side or the other side, so I'm not worried about anybody seeing my address that either wants to come out and do me harm or rob me, because that would be a very bad thing. That would be a bad idea to do that. So, anyways, none of you guys would do that. I'm just talking any imbecile that's like, oh, I got this guy's address. He's a YouTuber. I'm going to go see him. Well, that would be a bad plan. Okay, so there it is. Paul Gilson, 82 Ladue Road, Brockport, New York, 14420. Jim, your pipe's going to be ready tonight. Actually, tomorrow, because I wanted to do, I hope you guys got that, okay? Well, you can rewind the video if you want it. So Jim, your pipe's going to be completely done tonight. I do want to do something additional. I was doing the honey treatment on them, but my buddy Rick, great guy, good friend of mine. We know a lot of the same people going way, way back, all right? You know, I was born in Lockport. He lives in Lockport. And he told me, he says, if you're going to honey treat those, wet the inside of the bowl down a little bit, honey treat them, and then you can buy these little capsules. They're actually carbon. It's full of just like ground up carbon. And, I guess people take them if they've ingested a poison or something like that. But you can get them. They come apart. He says if you got a medium-sized bowl, he says you put one in, dump all the carbon out inside of it after you honey treated it, put your thumb on it, and just shake it up. But he says make sure you've got a pipe cleaner up through the entire pipe so none of it gets down through and to the rest of the pipe. So that's what I want to do. I still have to get those. I've got the honey. The stamp, the Gilson stamp's going to be in tomorrow. So here's how we take your bowls, okay? We basically take a bowl, these blanks, okay? It's got a big clunky part on the bottom and then two big clunky marks on either side. I mean, to hand sand that and to form it so it comes out looking like that is hours. Now, I bought a Dremel tool, so I'm able to cut that time down. I also have to perfectly match the stem with the stumble of the pipe. So when you run your finger over this, it's seamless, all right? It's like perfectly married and matched. That takes a long time. So they go from that state where they come in. Then I hit them with a little Dremel tool, which I have one here, which I've hit with a Dremel tool. You can see all those blocky parts are off the bottom and stuff. But that doesn't complete the pipe, Then I have to hand sand it for a couple hours. And then if you want stain on it, we're talking a good half hour, 45 minutes to make sure that pipe is properly stained with many, many coats. So I have, and Jim actually just texted me. He says, I think I'd like the stained pipe. And I says, well, before you make a decision, all right, I want to do a comparison. So we have this pipe here, which has been stained. It's got some normal factory, or it's got some sand holes in it. But I talked to a couple of pipe makers. They say, don't fill it. Just leave it, polish it, let the pipe be natural the way the briar is. So, there's a sand hole there. It's part of the briar. And so they said, just leave it. I don't know. So I'm going to take this one out in the garage. And the stem is off here because I was putting like 8 coats of stain on it last night. So let's see how this pipe turns out. There you go, right there. If Jim Miller wants his pipe, it's going to be bowl. He was the first guy, so bowl number 001. All right, is going to be his pipe. There it is right there. Let's see how it turns out. Let me take it out in the shop, and we'll be right back in a nanosecond. I'm probably realistically going to be out there for about an hour. Okay, so here's my results. You can see the stem. This is the natural one. This is the stained one. Shows a little bit more of the grain, but I'm not happy with it. I'm not happy with it. I'm stripping it down. The reason why I'm not happy with it is because when I went to polish it, there's a little sand hole in the back that you can see there. It's about 1/4 of an inch long. And I can't send a pipe out like that. There's no way. If I'm not happy with it, I don't care how beautiful it is over there. That mark is always going to draw your attention, and that mark needs to fade away a little bit or almost be invisible. It's never going to be invisible. that pipe's not going out. That pipe will go out when I'm happy with it, but right now I'm not happy with it. So I'm going to strip it back down. I'm going to put my special filler that's made just for pipes in there. And then I'm going to stain it again. You know, I will not send anything out that's half-assed that I don't love. If I got this pipe, I would be like, my eye would just be drawn to that. Just so there's no way. I don't know, Jim. So that's the stained pipe. I like it. Just don't like that when I started polishing it and found that. So let me take care of it. Over and out.